Hello, everybody, and welcome to Star Wars Kehd. May the 4th be with you. We are celebrating live here in the Play of the Plant studio in the hut. Oh, I'm taking that thing off. Welcome. What a historic day we have here today, Sloth, don't we?
May the 4th be with you all.
Hey, the 4th be with you as well, my friend. Let's get some bong rips going here. Start this off right. Whew. I'm pumped. I hope everybody's pumped. We got a long one today.
Special day here. Very excited. Got a dual episode here for you guys.
The man said dual, as in dual sabers, dual many other things. And we're very excited for this one today. We're going to have a quick intermission when we do the Rise of Skywalker and Bad Batch. There'll be a little intermission in between. But we want to start this off by thanking the creator of Star Wars, because this is the day that you should be thanking the creator of Star Wars, George Lucas. Let's give a little clap there for Georgie. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I believe we just had the 50th anniversary recently, too, of the
We
Star Wars saga. They revealed a bunch of new figures and all types of other stuff. And
I like that a lot. Yeah, no, there was so many announcements today. I even pre-ordered Echo from the Bad Batch today.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Well, how many did you grab today, Sloth?
No, you don't want to know. Definitely, the wallet's hurting at the moment. So.
Well, we got plenty of figures to show you here today. It's going to be a very exciting day of Star Wars. So we're going to kick this right off. We're going to hop into the Rise of Skywalker. If you were with us last week, you saw our talking of The Last Jedi and how much we really were not too much fans of it. But I like the Jedi broom kids still, all right? I'm going to leave that out there. But The Rise of Skywalker, incredible effects, really like top notch. You can tell they were bringing it here. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's kick right in. Here. So it starts off kind of strange there, huh?
Yeah, it definitely does for sure. I mean, coming in hot is sad boy immediately, like massacring a whole planet. We don't know if he kills off everybody, but he at least.
I think I did actually read something online that he does in fact kill off the entire planet. Yes, Mustafar.
That's crazy.
And you can believe that's Mustafar. So for our readers at home, you're thinking Mustafar, right? Isn't that like the lava place? What are all these like trees and stuff doing here? But you got to realize. I was looking at the planet a bit more. You know, it's like volcanic. You know, there's like, you know, it probably would be a different part of the planet of Mustafar. But he's not just there killing because Darth Vader was there one day. Our buddy in the back there. He was killing because he was trying to find something. What was that, Stephen?
Well, he was tracking down this. Well, I guess at this point we don't really know what he's looking for. It's kind of a mystery. Like why? What is
he? It's like a weird little like pyramid.
He finds some sort of like diamond pyramid shaped object that is radiating like a green color.
It has like a little thing in it. You can kind of tell like where.
Yeah, it's like pulsating too.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And then it immediately cuts into Kylo and his tie.
Yeah, right. He's immediately like, fuck that, bada boom, and he's on his way to a place that we are gonna know too well by the end of this movie. Exegol. Weird place. It kind of sounds like it would be more of like a Florida golf course or something like that.
Yeah.
Exact opposite of that, though. It's a pretty much like so he has to fly through. I thought was really cool. He's flying through like anomalies in space and stuff like that. It's pretty much all the stuff that Han Solo had to fly through to get through the Kessel Run, which is really cool. He got through that. Then he makes it to Exegol. So it's a pretty stormy planet, I guess you could say. It like seems like there's just always storms on it.
Yeah, or could it just be
evil?
The evil Sith
the evilness
Lord.
Of the air. So yeah, so he goes to this building. It looks like a big it's just like a big fucking square out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, kind of a strange.
It is. It's a weird building, and it's floating. Yeah. It looks like it's floating too, because he walks right under it. It looks like the building.
It looks like the whole planet's water or something.
Yeah,
it's probably just built.
It's such a creepy place.
So he goes
through that. He goes through this big like temple of the Sith and all this stuff, and you know he tries to do his whole like Kylo bit, you know, like I'm a sad boy.
Yeah, he's acting all macho. And
should we get our phone camera out on Kylo here?
Yeah, this would be a good time for it.
Let's do it. some weird snokage happens. But yeah, he's doing the whole Snoke dance. Sees Snoke's in like cloning jars and stuff, and I was like, what the cloning jars? What the hell is all this bullshit? So I thought that was kind of strange that they just had a bunch of like Snokes around. That was like when I first saw it, I was kind of like,
it was creepy, but it definitely explained a lot.
Oh, it did explain a lot.
It put everything together,
That's
I would say, from the last 2 movies.
But the best part is, tucked away around all these Snoke jars, we'll call them, and all this stuff is is Palpatine.
Yeah, he's
Literally
just
Emperor Palpatine's back, everybody.
At this point, I don't think he can move. He's literally like stationed to his his chamber, whatever is supporting him.
He looks like shit.
Because I don't think he can move. Yeah, he's literally crumbling apart.
Well, the best part is, to me, like, my favorite part of the movie, in my opinion, is that like they literally tucked Palpatine like he might as well be in a janitor's closet. Like, hey,
yeah.
Like, yeah, put him, I guess, over there. I don't know, fuck it.
I guess that's how he likes it, because
yeah,
it's his choice after all.
Put me over in the broom closet. So, anyways, yeah, he finds Palp's all like, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give you, this, all these good things, all these Star Destroyers and all this. Yeah, I was like, he has a final order, it's called, which is like,
yeah, kind of lame.
Super lame.
You start off with the first order, the final order. It's like,
he's like, if you bring me the girl, I'll give you a bunch of fucking Star Destroyers. So the pact is made, and Palpy just hangs out back in his broom closet, and Kylo takes off.
It's brutal.
It is. We then cut to another crazy part going on here. We then cut to Finn, Poe, Chewie, and a weird being named Claude.
Yeah, you never see him before, and all of a sudden, this big giant alien creature is sitting on the ship with them.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in Star Wars history, man. I fucking loved it so much, because, like, it's like, here they are on this wall, and all this shit, and he's just hanging out. Here's Claude, just doing his thing. Claudie boy. And it's so strange that just having the alien in there. That really was. So, anyways, they're trying to go and meet up with a spy, or somebody who talked to a spy, I guess, in the first order.
I guess they had a lead. They didn't know what they were getting into, but I guess they got intel of a new lead.
Yeah.
Or some sort of aid to the resistance, and
yeah,
it turned out to be... I forget what that dude's name was.
Me neither.
But the poor guy...
If you know, bring it up in chat, people, if anybody's watching at home. If you can figure out the name of the guy who was giving them some information to the porthole, hit us up, because I can't figure that one out. But anyway, so yeah, they get the information, and they start making their way, and they're attacked by some TIE fighters. You know what I mean? They show up out of nowhere, and then we get some weird parts there, something I didn't really see coming. We get a strange part where they're like hyperspace skipping. You know what I mean? Like all that crap. What was up with that?
That's right.
What was all of that about? You know what I mean? Like, where did that
never
come
seen
from?
anything like that before, and all of a sudden they pulled this out.
Yeah, it's like, what? Okay, that's like
why?
Cool.
Why couldn't they have done this before? If
it was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
kind of ridiculous. If anybody has some answers about what was going on with that at home, let us know. So, anyways, they start doing the hyperspace dance, and they kind of make it back to the planet they're supposed to be on, but that was a strange time and a strange place, of course. Yeah. Anyways, we then find Rey floating on the planet, just surrounded by floating rocks, pretty much. And she's beginning her, or not beginning, I guess, kind of finishing her like Jedi training in a way, you could say. She's out there floating with rocks, can't hear anybody yet. All of a sudden, Leia pops up, and we know at this point it's not actually Leia; it's a Carrie Fisher like hologram. You know what I mean? So that was kind of interesting. But it is actually.
I thought she made it through this movie. No.
No, I'm saying she made it through the movie, but Carrie Fisher sure as hell didn't.
Oh no, yeah.
So we got the Carrie Fisher hologram. She's like, Rey, blah blah blah, yada yada, and she's like, no, I need to go run the training course, and like goes and runs this crazy training course. But while she's running the training course, bada boom, Force dyad.
Yeah, kind of lame.
It's so like
you could see it was coming. Everything was going smoothly, and then they cut to Kylo quickly with his hand on the Vader mask. Like, crap, here it comes.
Right.
And then,
it was just such a weird.
Rey gets taken down by a training droid, pretty much, or it doesn't get taken down, but he just gets frustrated and starts chopping down trees.
Yeah, and one just falls right on poor BB-8, dude. And so yeah, BB-8 gets crushed by that and her anger from
Luckily,
Kylo.
he's like the god droid,
right?
So.
BB-8 is okay, but he gets I think he gets like a panel slapped off him or something like that. Something distinguishable, because when the Falcon shows up back at base, it's on fire from skipping so much, and we got a weird interaction between Poe and Rey where they're like, what's going on? You're insufferable, but with smiles on and all this stuff. Anyways, so that leads to them. Well, the best is not Chewie interrupts that part. He's like, you skip the fucking Falcon and all this shit. And he's all like, what'd you do with my droid? And, all this stuff. It's a little weird part there, but I don't know. It's a really strange beginning to this movie.
Yeah, the odd relationship between Poe and Rey, and then Finn comes barging in too.
Right, and then all of a sudden Poe's like, "Oh, we just received word. Hey, Palpy Boy's back." And everybody's like, "What?"
Yeah,
Palpy Boy.
Nobody can be happy for more than 2 seconds, it seems.
It's not even that. It's like, Jesus Christ, can we fight anyone else? Like anyone? There's no one else to fight at all. So I don't know, that was a little ridiculous. I think I was even in theaters and I was like, "Come on, man!"
I mean, before you knew he was back before the movie even started. They had it in the credits. Remember?
Yeah, that is true. But still, oh man, it was just like, I don't know. I want more, man.
Yeah, Palp, just can't get enough of him.
They could have done like Darth Malak or like any other like cool like Darth, but no, it just had to be Sidious.
I mean, he is the Ultra Sith Lord, I guess, is what they're trying to get across.
Always has plans, always gonna concoct them, that's for sure. So.
Never gonna get out of his way.
Yeah, that's for sure. So that all happens, and then Rey is gonna plan to go through the Luke's books to find out where this Wayfinder is located at, and. Before she does, she has a weird moment with Leia where she's like, "Here's the saber, you deserve it," even though you definitely don't.
Just take the saber.
Right? Didn't really earn it one bit, but that's okay. And then the best is I do like the part where they're talking. She's like, "Oh, like, let's go on the Falcon and blah blah blah." Like, and then like, I'm gonna head out, and they're like, "No, we're going together." And she's like, "No, I gotta go by myself." And they're like, "We're going with." I wouldn't have it any other way. So that was nice. Another moment between. Leia and R2 stick around. Nice moment between C-3PO and R2 where it's just like, you're my best friend, R2, and all that shit. So that was kind of nice, I thought. And then we cut back to a sad boy again. Sad boy Kylo. Kylo has taken the spy's head who we saw earlier and plopped it on the table in front of all his boys. And then he does the cool little like force choke on the guy who's questioning him on the ceiling. Remember that? That was pretty cool. I like that
and
one.
Can't forget to mention his new mask that he created.
Oh, yes, that's right. We totally forgot about the new mask.
I mean, the Knights of Ren.
Him and the Knights of Ren. And that monkey. What was up with the monkey? Why do they have a monkey that fixes things?
I think he was just like the armorer or whatever.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, man. They just have a monkey that fixes his helmet. And his helmet has like cracks in it and stuff. I wish I...
Yeah, it kind of looks like a tool, but
yeah,
that's his whole image.
Looks like it's like lava flowing through it or some shit. I don't fucking know, but... Anyways...
Yeah.
That whole thing goes through, and then we cut back to our friends again. That's the thing about these movies. These sequel movies, they cut so fucking much. Like every 2 minutes, there's another cut to like another planet or another series. Like give me like a little part that gives a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like that's the one thing I have. That's my qualm for the beginning of the movie. It's all over the place. It needs to have like a set scene for once. That'd be nice. So I think that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, cramming in a lot.
Cramming in way too much. But anyways, we get back to our friends. They end up on the planet of Pasana. And what are they doing at Pasana, Steve, huh?
They come across some strange ancient festival, I believe, called the Aki Festival.
Aki! And then,
some strange race
it just looks like
creatures.
Looks like Burning Man, but like with your family.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It happens every thousands of years.
It looks pretty fun. I don't know.
Yeah,
they're having a good time or dancing around. And
doing their thing.
They had like the flowers, like the luau's or whatever.
Yeah. And actually, that's what ended up getting Rey in trouble because one of the little kids at the Aki Festival puts the
chain or whatever,
and then boom, another dyad. Dude, it seems like every time they need a plot change, they're like, hit him with a Force dyad. So yeah, another Force dyad happens. Kylo's all like, "Where are you?" Blah blah blah. Bam! Rips the necklace off her fucking thing and has it tested. Finds out they're on Pisana. So as they're trying to flee from the First Order, as they're showing up, they run into a little thing. And who they run into there, Steven?
Well, first they come across a strange dude in like some, I don't know what kind of armor or whatever he's wearing, like some sort of disguise.
It's a weird helmet.
Yeah, he sort of looks like robotic, kind of.
And then he takes
and then he takes him into this little hut, and then he reveals himself to be fucking Lando.
The suavest son of a bitch in the galaxy.
And at this point, Lando's getting old.
Billy D's
can't
up
really
there.
Do too much at this point.
Billy D is definitely getting up there. But yeah, I think he's still suave as hell, though.
Oh, yeah. He's still trying to, like, mac on Leia there.
Send Leia, my love. Gee.
So funny.
So, yeah, that was pretty cool. But we also find out more from Leia than just, excuse me, Lando than just that. We also find out that Lando wasn't just on this planet for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, him and Luke were on this planet before looking for a Sith dagger of some sort. Or a waypoint finder or something. No,
they didn't know. They didn't know what it was.
Yes.
They were just looking for some sort of clue.
Yeah, some interesting. And then they encountered the Ochi of Bastoon.
I believe that's who it was. Yeah.
Yep. And Ochi crashed his ship out in the desert, so they know where to head. They're gonna head to Ochi's ship.
Yeah, I guess Luke was looking for it. I don't know why he couldn't find it.
Yeah, right. What is Doesn't Luke like wicked fucking?
Yeah, he was supposed to be really good at this kind of stuff.
Well, we'll find out soon, anyways. Because they said
he got too worked up, I guess, and
yeah, maybe so.
After Sad Boy turned him down, and
he's all sad. The sads continued, that's for sure. But anyways, so yeah. After that all happens, we get some interesting stuff happen where they had to head out the ship, but they're getting chased by some jetpack troopers. And I thought that was kind of
can do another.
To the phone.
Another phone cam shot. Let me make sure my phone's on because it's. There we go.
Away from that. Bada boom, look at us over here. Hey, how are you? So anyways, let's get back to that. We got the jetpack troopers. They were on the speeders. And then there was a cool part. I liked the part where they were on the barge and they're running from them. And then the never underestimate a droid part gets brought up again. When fucking
yeah, I mean, you knew it was coming after Leia threw it in there.
Exactly, dude. Had to throw down.
But it's fair, you know. R2 and BB-8 and
it was really cool.
I guess even 3PO over the years, they've all balled out.
So anyways, after they murder all those jetpack troopers, fucking that happens, and they end up. What I thought was a really interesting part. It took me a while to watch. I think a couple watches to really get to notice is when they're going through the desert and Rey notices Ochi's ship. And she knows it's the same ship that she saw when.
She had a flashback.
Yeah, flashback and all that stuff. Really good.
Yeah, kind of a frightening little image there. You see her screaming when she was a little kid, and
that was
the ship's taken off. And
I know, I felt bad for
her parents. Yeah, that's bad. It's like, oh crap, she's starting to remember everything
now. Right, but yeah, so poor Rey, she has that weird flashback, and then they kind of get crashed or shot up or something like that. And it's a weird.
The Knights of Ren.
Yeah, the Knights
were catching up to them.
The Knights of Ren and just a bunch of TIE fighters, I think, were showing up as well at that time, just kind of blatting around, you know what I mean? Just, doing their whole thing. So yeah, they shot one of those up, but as they crash into some sinking sands, which is kind of interesting. So they sink, they're all sinking, and then we get that weird dialogue moment. That was,
they're falling in. Finn's like, Ray, I never told you.
Yeah,
it's
I never had to tell you.
And then nothing ever comes of it. It's like
nothing.
Great.
And they mention it one more time when they end up down in some tunnels. Yes, they're in some tunnels.
And Finn doesn't have the guts to say anything.
Yeah, doesn't have the guts to say it. Poe's giving them shit. Everybody's just wondering what the hell's going on. I was wondering what those. Until boom, they run across the Ochi of Bastoon's body. He's all dead as hell.
Yeah.
He's been down here for a while.
Definitely. I mean, he's boned at this point. What do you say? Solid 50 years
Yeah,
at least.
exactly. Kind of rough. And he's got the fucking Sith
Well, actually,
dagger
it
with
couldn't
him.
have been that long because Rey was a little child.
No, yeah, it was probably 30 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe.
Because Rey's not that old. We don't even know how old she is.
Could
but
be like
maybe.
20 years. Who knows? Who knows when Luke was there? But anyways, so yeah, that happens, and they come across a weird fucking knife Sith dagger thing. Like, what the hell's this fucking thing? It ends up being a huge plot point. You know what I mean? So. They has Sith writing all over it. But the problem is,
3PO won't tell them a damn thing.
Yeah, C-3PO starts this whole bullshit there with the whole like Sith protocol crap, and thought that was kind of some BS.
You would think he, of all the droids, would help them out.
Right. Well, the one thing he did kind of help them out was he was all like, "Well, the only thing I could do is wipe my memory, but that would be pretty evil, huh?" And they're like, "Well, we're gonna wipe your memory, C-3PO." Perfect. Well done. Well done, everybody. So yeah, they do that, but before they can wipe any memories, they run into a big ass fucking snake.
Yeah, I honestly kind of wish there was more of a combat scene instead, but it was kind of cool to see Rey heal the beast.
I have a problem with that.
But it definitely could have gone in different directions.
I've never even seen one Jedi in the prequels do that. They weren't healing each other. If somebody got shot in the Clone Wars, they're like, "Oh, fuck it, he's dead."
I mean, it makes sense. Like, you're transferring life force
No one taught
into...
her that. No one taught any of the Jedi. I've never seen it done. Where are you pulling this out of?
I don't know. I'm just saying. It could be possible. You never know.
I don't know. I just wish there was, like, some training involved. I wish, like, Luke was like, "Yeah, hey, by the way, you can, like, heal people and stuff."
Also, like, another thought, but I don't know if I should bring it up now, but... Yeah, no, I definitely
We'll bring it up later on.
Yeah, I'll bring it up later. If I remember it.
We're getting back to this.
That would definitely just spoil.
So anyways, the Sad Boys and the Knights of Ren, Sad Boy and the Knights of Ren arrive. And as they're trying to escape on Ochi Bastoon's ship, after the snake broke them out of the tunnels, I guess. That was kind of a weird move. But yeah, anyways, snake breaks them out. They go to the ship, and as they're trying to do that, they notice that people are showing up. Kylo's showing up too. Rey senses it and doesn't even go towards the ship. She starts like walking at Kylo. That was kind of epic, I thought. But Chewie makes the mistake of trying to go after her, and he gets caught up by the Knights of Ren, and they get the dagger. Finn notices Chewie's caught, and they're gonna take off in a transport ship with Chewie, and the dagger. And but before any of this happens, Rey notices Kylo's flying, and his guy's Kai fighter. I'm gonna call him
Kai fighter.
Kai fighter. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's coming in hot.
Thank you, Peanut Gallery.
But yeah, definitely a dope scene.
I thought that was really cool.
With her flipping over the tie.
Yeah, the back flip over, cutting the wing of the tie. Kylo tumbles out. Still alive though. Still kicking. So.
I mean, didn't expect it to go that smoothly.
As that happened, Finn's all like, Rey, they got Chewie. And she's all like, "Nah, son." Boom! Tries to grab that ship out of the sky with the Force. But Kylo, as she's struggling to bring it back down to the planet, he starts grabbing onto it. So they start fighting over this transport that Chewbacca's in. And she's all pissed off. She gets so pissed off, she blats lightning into this damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
Blows it the hell up. And then we get the weird Chewie. Like, that was kind of intense. So.
Yeah, that's a crazy moment there. Definitely un-Jedi-like.
Yeah, it's very. You can tell that she's got some dark qualities to her, you could say.
The anger is strong.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of sad. I was in the theaters and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, yo, if they fucking kill Chewbacca right now, I'm walking out of here. Like, if he's actually like, he's dead, I'm walking out of here. So, anyways, yeah, we believe that the Chewbacca is dead right now. So sad. But they escape. They end up hopping back on, and they escape an Ochi's ship. Kylo looks on. He's all like, "Ha ha ha, ho ho ho." But then the next scene, they stopped me from leaving the movie theater. They go back to Kylo's ship, and bam, Chewbacca's on there. But he's being like straight up tortured, which I wasn't really a fan of either. Like, why did Chewie have to get all this, man? He fucking.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
I like Chewie, man. Exactly, dude.
Just trying to help.
He's a Wookiee. So, anyways, while poor Chewie is doing the whole torture dance, the gang heads to Kijimi to wipe old C-3PO's memory. And
yeah, here we get introduced to a few new characters. Well, first, Poe gets held up by an old friend.
Zori Bliss, but before that even.
Or an old romance, we don't know.
The little droid on the way there too, because in Ochu ship, you see the little...
Oh, that's right.
The little wheel guy. Hello.
Yeah, Dio.
Yeah. We meet Dio for the first time. Yeah, he's polite.
Yeah, he's a cute little guy.
He's been treated bad, which I feel bad about, because he's a nice little droid. So.
Yeah, he doesn't really offer a whole lot, I guess.
Exactly. And we also, you forgot to mention as well, that the first orders on Kijimi, that's some interesting stuff. They're tearing apart Kijimi when we first meet Zori Bliss. And like you were saying, an old companion of Poe hates his ass at the time, literally wants to kill him. And then she realizes that Rey has a bounty on her head, and that they should bring her in, and Rey fucks all their asses up. That was pretty sweet, I thought. But,
yeah, then we get introduced to the actual...
The real the big bad of the armies, I'd say, General Pride. Yeah, he's on there. He's taking orders from Palpatine.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of a weird character, General Pride, I would say.
He is a little bit of a weird character, yeah, General Pride.
You never really saw him rising through the ranks. And then all of a sudden he just pops out of nowhere.
His eyes are weird, too. You can just tell that they're, like, creeping the hell out, you know what I mean? Like, definitely not a nice guy to hang out with, that's for sure. But anyways, back in Kijimi, Zoe's all like, alright, fine, you're cool with me, Rey, you beat all our asses, I'll take you to a guy named Babu Frick. He ain't a guy.
Yeah, not really what I expected at all. This tiny little thing, whatever he is, doesn't talk like, speak some sort of foreign alien language.
Yeah, it's so creepy, and he's all like, yeah,
cool little character, though.
Yeah, I think everybody at home loved him.
Hack and program droids, yeah. He became a fan favorite pretty quickly.
That's for sure.
He was like a happy little guy.
Yeah, and then as they're wiring C-3PO up, Poe and Zoe leave to go check outside to make sure everything's all right. And they get the memory wipe about to be started. And the worst part is, poor C-3PO, he's all like, he has a wicked emotional moment. Like, I like to have a moment and just look at my friends, you know. I haven't seen my friends.
C-3PO, he's been, like, restored like, so many times. You know, nothing's wrong.
I guess he wouldn't know that, so.
True.
But yeah, no, the poor guy, he has that moment, and right as they're about to wipe the memory too, right as he's about to do it, he goes, I have one more idea on what we could do, and he's and he's like, Bob was all celebrating and shit, and fucking, they rewire him, he comes to, and he's all like evil. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, but before that, he goes back to Zori and Poe on top of the roof somewhere, sitting out in the snow, and.
See, I thought that part was this part was kind of like annoying to me. I don't know why they couldn't just.
Yeah, they were sort of reminiscing on old times,
these romantic relationships that never go through and all this shit. It's just so annoying. So yeah, Zori's all like, I have a captain's medallion. I can get on like any ship. I can get out of here. I can get around any base. Blah blah blah. Come with me, Poe. Poe's all like, nah, I got stuff to do. I'm a good guy now. Like. You know how it goes, doing good guy stuff and all that, so. I don't know, you know. He's doing his whole thing.
Yeah, Poe's trying to act like he changed. And I think, is this where we find out that he was a spice smuggler, I believe, too? Or
yeah.
They have some sort of strange, like, interaction, and then Finn starts, like, get your spies. Yeah. like, oh my God.
He does start fucking with him wicked hard. So, yeah, that was kind of weird. Then that whole part happened, and then the other part that really kills me though is that Zori's all like, you know, like, come with me, Poe. Like, even after they just hated each other, that part was just so annoying. But, anyways, let's go back to Evil C-3PO.
Yeah, that was strange.
That was awesome, dude. Evil 3PO is awesome. He just showed.
He snaps too. His eyes just red,
beat red,
like the Sith.
Oh, hey, by the way, that Sith dagger, Moon of Endor. Remember that place? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But anyways, you're heading there. So yeah, it reveals that the Wayfinder is on the Moon of Endor. So
yeah, takes us back a little bit of time.
A little bit,
probably like 30 years or so.
You guys should remember Endor from our Return of the Jedi episodes. Good time. We were pretty break for that one.
No, yeah.
So anyways, as they're leaving the building after having 3PO wiped, Rey senses that as the destroyer shows up in space above Kijimi that Chewie's on it. Chewie's alive. The group knows it now. Everyone's celebrating. Everybody's happy about it. I mean, I'm happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take Chewie out of a series.
No,
Like everybody loves Chewie.
And they know they gotta get up there. And the good thing that Zori does, makes a nice move, gives Poe the medallion to go save Chewie. I mean, I guess these medallions.
You kind of could see that coming.
Man, but how good are these medallions? Holy shit! Like you can get on a Star Destroyer with one. Like, damn, that's a hell of a medallion.
So yeah, after we reveal the location of the next Wayfinder, Rey, I guess.
Well, they land there, killing, and like they show up on the Star Destroyer there, and they immediately hop out of the Falcon and start murdering.
Yeah,
I thought it was a bit much, but
going in hot, pretty much.
Yeah, they go in hot, and then they kill as many as they need, I'll say. But they show up, and Rey finds 2 more and does Jedi mind tricks on them to figure out where Chewie is in the ship. And as they go and find Chewie in the ship, they get a little separated. You know, Finn and Poe go to find Chewie, and Rey senses the dagger is on the ship and goes to Kylo's quarters to get it. So
yeah, kind of a risky move.
Yeah,
I just want to grab Chewie and bail, but she sensed there
one.
was some need for it, which we all know would turn out to be a smart move in the end.
Yep. So as Rey's creeping there, Poe and Finn end up getting into Chewie's torture chamber, I guess you can say, and getting him out of there, and they become an immediate death squad. Like, holy shit, these guys are fucking killing everyone. It's incredible the amount of death these guys are transpiring to show. So. Yeah, really nutty shit. Then yeah, just the Death Squad. That's all I'm gonna call them there. But as the Death Squad's going through, they finally, after all this time, Poe gets shot. In like 3 movies now, Poe hasn't been shot.
Yeah,
places.
he's taken so many chances.
Like, come on now. Like, wait, I was gonna say he had the Force at one point. I really did think that. What are you doing, boop? But
good dog.
but yeah. As Poe's doing that whole dance,
yeah, they all get captured.
They get captured, and they're taken for a quick little execution, you know.
And it turns out
that good old back in Kylo's room there, another Force dyad has begun, because Rey slinks into the chambers, and
that's correct.
They kind of have a moment there where he's all like, "Where are you now?" I love how every Force dyad moment, Kylo's like, "Hey, where you at? What you doing?"
That's literally every way that he's found her. I think.
Exactly, every time, dude. So, but the thing is, he does reveal some information to her there that her parents were killed by Ochi, a Pastoon. That Ochi bastard killed them. So she's all messed up by that. They get into a bit of a tanglement because she doesn't want to believe it and all this stuff, and they end up slashing down Vader's helmet onto the floor. Kylo sees
instantly knows where she is.
He's all like, "She's in my quarters." Or block up the ship and all that shit.
She pretty much goes to confront him at that point.
Yes, and then
not much else she can do.
This is the part that kills me. The worst execution squad ever shows up, and they're all like, "Oh, hey, let's make a move to go fucking do our dance there and all that shit." So it was just kind of annoying that they had to do all that thing. That the execution squad wasn't anything. It was literally like 3 dudes and Hugs. You know what I mean? If you guys remember Hugs from our last episode, it was pretty rough. It was a terrible choice for an actor, in my opinion. But anyways, Hugs stops the execution. Turns out that Hugs is the mole. He's the spy in the First
right
Order.
about as Finn and Poe are about to get executed.
Yeah, what the fuck? What's going on there?
Yeah, Hugs is like, "I'm the spy," and just blasts down the rest of the stormtroopers.
Kills all the stormtroopers, all that stuff, and leads them to the docking bay. And then, as they're about to go into the docking bay, he's like, hey, stop.
You gotta shoot me real quick.
Shoot me. Just shoot me, man. He's all like, shoot me in the arm. He's like, bam, blasts him in the leg.
I kind of knew that wasn't gonna work because it's too obvious at that point.
Exactly.
And he's just acting weird the whole time. And that Kylo could sense him with the uneasiness, remember, with the mask, too.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
So he knew something was up, and Hugs has always had it in for him anyways.
The fun part after that is that Rey ends up in a different hangar as Kylo arrives, and as he's trying to turn her, she's all like, "Oh, well, I'm not going to turn to the dark side." He's like, "But Rey, you're a Palpatine, and it's
like,
all
oh,
like, bada
shit.
boom. Are you gonna tell me that the girl with the lightning
could
is
this
a Palpatine?
possibly also explain how she could heal? Because that is
probably the only. Yeah, I guess.
That is
I guess so.
Has to do with the dark side because they can.
But like Palpatine had to
bring
learn
life.
it. Like Palpatine had to learn it from
But
somebody.
she is a Palpatine. Maybe it's in her blood.
You're gonna tell me force healing's in the blood? Come on, man.
I don't know. These movies have been ridiculous as it is. So you never know.
She didn't have a Darth Plagueis to explain it to her. That's
true.
Sure. But anyways.
I don't know. It could explain some things though.
Anyways, as they're trying to turn to the dark side and all this wumbo jumbo.
And that also explains the lightning.
Yeah, it's like I thought, honestly though, in that hangar part, I thought she was gonna turn. I did think she was gonna turn for a sec when I was in the movie.
It would have been a lot better for the story if she did.
That's for sure. But she doesn't. Anyways, the Falcon comes and scoops her, and she makes her another escape. But you can tell that she's definitely starting to show dark side qualities. That's for sure. So
yeah, the gang arrives on Endor now with a hard landing. Not smooth at all. And they're approached by this woman named Jana and her crew.
Yeah, everybody goes all like,
who I guess we learn were a former stormtrooper battalion or whatever, and they all revolted on one of their missions. And
yeah. So yeah, John was all like, hey, like, what's going on?
And then she has an instant connection with Finn. Blah blah blah. You know how that goes.
But yeah, the one thing that's like the big problem about this scene is they have to get across this ocean to like the Death Star and all that stuff. But here's the part that kills me. Okay, so they land here and they're trying to figure out where the wayfinder is. Okay, this is the worst, in my opinion. People, chime in if you want to in the chat. This is the worst part of the movie. Because if you look at the Sith dagger, okay, they recover it when they get Chewie. This is so dumb. If you hold the dagger up to the skyline of a crashed Death Star, a hunk of metal that could easily just fall apart at any time.
It's like it hasn't moved in years. You know what I mean? Like it easily could have shifted.
Could just fall apart, anything. But no, if you hold it up, it matches the skyline perfectly and reveals where in the Death Star the wayfinder is. That was ridiculous. I almost left the theater at that part because I was like, that is just so dumb.
Yeah, that's.
And then they're all like, yeah, you have to wait a night until the waves settle down to get out.
Of course, we knew that was not going to happen because they only had like 6 hours left at that point.
And Rey was there. I mean,
yeah, Rey was not waiting for anything.
Yeah, so she hops right on a skimmer and starts making a cross while they're trying to fix the
Going
Falcon.
over massive tsunami waves.
Yeah. And Finn and Janet follow suit. They see that she's gone. They're like, we got to make a move too. So anyways, Rey gets over the waves, of course, and makes it over to the Death Star, and she starts climbing. She's got her junker ways. She knows how to be a junker and all that. So, and she makes up to Palp's throne room, which I thought was kind of cool. I thought the music was really cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool that they got the throne like all smashed up and everything.
The Imperial music going in the background and all that. That was really cool. But the part that Sloth didn't like was that the door worked.
Yeah, how could the vault that was storing this wayfinder still possibly work?
Right, and the best part, she goes...
It was the only thing intact in the whole goddamn crash ship, basically.
It's crazy. And then she goes through the door, and she finds evil her, Dark Rey. Let's go to the phone.
Yeah, she gets sort of... Well, she first stumbles through sort of like a bunch of mirrors, too, it kind of looked like. And
you get like a weird trip scene.
And then she approaches like a pedestal with the wayfinder, and then she puts her hand on it, and that's when she really starts to freak out. And
the descent into madness.
Yeah, let me get the phone on.
Get the phone going here, peeps. We're gonna get going here on the phone. All right, we'll switch it up back here. Hello, hello. So, anyways, yeah, runs into Evil Ray in there, but she also gets her Wayfinder. So, but she kind of stumbles out, and the Wayfinder ends up underneath Kylo's foot, and dude just steps on it, breaks that shit, and she's all like, "No!" And he's like, "I'm the only way you're gonna get to Exegol now." She's like, "Okay." And they begin fighting, and Ray's all pissed off, blah, blah. They end up down on the ramp with the waves crashing over them.
This was a cool scene.
I thought that was pretty sweet. Finn and Jonna tried to interrupt. Well, Finn does, and Ray's all like, "No!" Pushes him back and all that. That was pretty cool. But yeah, no. So yeah, we get some really good cinematic fighting. All this happens, but as Kylo's going to deal the death blow on Rey, he senses Leia. And he's all like, "Oh man, like what's going on here?" Like it's like all up in his mind. And as he's distracted with that, bam! Rey just guts his ass, stabs him right up the middle, and he falls to the ground. And he's all like dying and shit. And, like this was Leia's last dying act, people. This was the last. It took all of her energy to do this.
That sad moment, huge figure in the series.
Exactly, man. This is Princess Leia.
And
here.
Rey could also sense it immediately.
Yeah, she did
and
sense
feels a sense of guilt.
Yep,
I
so
would
goes
say.
over and does the old snake, healing move on him. Heals him up, and
That's another thing I don't like about this movie. The healing aspect was used way too many times.
It was way too much.
Also used at another point later in the movie, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
So
way too much. But I did like the one line there with the whole like, I did want to take your hand, Ben's hand, and all that. So. And the other thing, that was really sad too when Leia died. R2 was right by her side. He was mad sad. The sad beeps, bro. Sad beeps. I hate sad beeps. But so yeah, that was a really sad move. They back at Red Rebel Base, everybody also was like sensing it and all. Goodbye, my dear princess.
yeah,
Ma
Chewie's
says.
going ape shit.
Chewie's
He's
going nuts. Oh, that's
not
so
having
sad.
it.
So sad. But anyways, back on the
Pretty
planet.
much Chewie's like last friend, like best friend left from the original crew.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. So it was really sad. Poor Chewith. He only has droids left.
Well, I guess Lando's still around.
Oh yeah,
technically.
yeah, Lando. Exactly.
But yeah, in terms of the original few that you would consider, like Han, Luke, and Leia.
It was sad, man.
Yeah.
It was sad. But anyways, while this is all going, Rey takes off in Kyle's tie. He's all like, "Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I gotta like heal myself or some shit, or like figure out what the hell I'm doing with myself." So she takes off in Kylo's tie. While Kyle's stranded there for a bit, he sees a crazy old friend. And this was a money grab here, man. They must have paid a lot of money.
Yeah, he did not want to do this from what we heard.
Not one
but
bit.
But they did him wrong in these sequel movies. So
and, so Kylo,
poor Han.
Kylo at this point becomes Ben. So from now on, we'll start calling him Sad Kylo. We can now call him Sad Ben. And so Sad Ben, he senses it, throws the saber into the ocean. He's just all like, "Dad, whoa, whoa, whoa." Harrison Ford's like, I know, man. It's okay.
It was the one thing that was kind of cheesy was they used the same lines as in The Force Awakens when he killed him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is true. And also he did the I know thing is also from Empire Strikes Back. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's whatever.
But it was still...
Back in the First Order, though, they're blowing up Kojima right now. They're not having that shit
Yep,
anymore.
and the whole crew has to make a quick departure. Mm-hmm. And when all is lost, Poe begins to question things, and, Lando...
It's crazy, too, because, like, the First Order, what they used to blow this planet up wasn't a Death Star. It was a Star Destroyer. Can we get a quick phone going real quick? So, my friends, if you're going to picture the Star Destroyer, I want you to picture this right here.
With the evil Sith Lord himself.
Underneath the carriage, like in this area here, giant mounted cannon that can blow up a fucking planet. So, and they have a whole planet, like they have probably about 100 of these, I'd say, just sitting on a planet of Exegol, maybe even 200.
It's probably way more, honestly.
You think more than 200? That was a lot.
Dude, there was a lot of ships,
so he's saying
you
more
never
than
know.
200 people. I'll take it.
Grogu, what do you think back there, huh?
Right.
Nothing to say? All right, good talk.
Grogu's got nothing for us, folks, as always. He just kind of sits back there.
One day
Execute.
he'll do something.
But yeah, after all that happens, they're blowing up Kajimi and all this that. Everybody's kind of just down, posed back at base with Leia's body being like, I don't know what to do. Like, how are you able to defeat everybody? And then, bam! Lando shows up. He's like, we had each other. just like, where were you?
That classic.
Where were you this whole time, man?
Classic Lando line.
But we also learned some crazy stuff from Dio, too. At this point, Dio ends up talking to R2. And Dio tells him that Rey was supposed to actually go to Exegol as a child. So I thought that was kind of interesting. In the meantime, Rey, in her crazy mind, is like, hey, let me go to the island Luke Skywalker was hanging out at and burn the lightsaber that he gave me. But as she's about to chuck it in the fire, bam, caught by Force Ghost Luke. He's all like, what's up, you crazy?
I would have been mad if that saber got destroyed, honestly.
Me too.
Like, you
Fair.
can't disrespect that.
But she explains herself. She's all like, Rey fears herself, and Luke tells her that, Leia knew the whole time that she was a Palp, but trained her anyways. And also tell her, he trained Leia, and that, like, Leia knew that her lightsaber couldn't be used anymore one day, and she had to tuck it away, that it would be used to finish its goal one day by somebody else, and that thousands of generations of Jedi live inside Rey, which is kind of fucking bizarre.
Yeah, why did she get all the Jedi?
They are really running with this, folks.
Yeah.
So anyways,
really going out with a bang.
But Luke did go out with a bang in this style. I like
he did.
Got to raise the X-wing Yoda style.
Now that was an awesome moment.
That was really cool, man. It was really dope. So she takes Luke's X-wing to Exegol, and this actually ends up being a huge thing to do because R2 is he's kicking right now. He's doing his thing, and he senses it or not picks up on his like memory banks.
It's like Luke's X-wing or R5 or whatever.
Yeah. Luke's Red 5 thing is like sensing all this shit, so that they have to they make a move. They follow him. They're like, hey, he's leading us to Exegol. So the fleet is now in transition to head to Exegol as well. We're gonna see a battle, and it's gonna be an epic battle, people. That's for sure. And before anybody can really head out, though, R2 makes a smart move, restores C-3PO's memory for, I don't know, like the third time now? It's so dumb. I don't know why they had to make a big deal out of that in this. It's like, oh yeah, R2 can just fix that. So anyways, the fleet picks up on R2's track and follows, ooba-dooba-dooba. Turns out these Star Destroyers on the planet, right, that we were talking about earlier, we were talking so highly about them. They're not that good. They can't do anything good until they can get out of the atmosphere, I guess is like the plot point there.
Well, because if they're too close to each other, they'll just be blowing each other up.
Is that what it is? Okay, all right, that makes more sense.
Yeah, because every single one of them has like a
they should
firing.
have explained that more in the movie, because I was like, what the hell do they mean by that?
They kind of did a little bit.
Yeah, they did, all right. But I don't know. Anyways, Lando and Chewie at this time, they kind of split off from the fleet to go recruit people to see if they can get some backup. Because nobody showed up last time, that's for sure. It's definitely the Rebels' last stand. So Rey arrives on Exegol. She kind of shows up to the weird floating square building again.
How did she know where to go, though? That's what I always wonder. Like, how did Kylo know where to go, too? They just
How did any of this go? I don't even know. But as she shows up, all the Star Destroyers start to launch off the ground and all this stuff, so... And, so she gets into the building, starts going down the elevator, doing the whole thing that Kylo did in the beginning of the movie. And as she's doing that, the Rebel fleet arrives in space and starts taking it to the Star Destroyers, see if they can do any damage, and they can do anything, really. They know that they have to take out the tower so that they can take out their comms and all that shit, so... They go down to surface level to take out one of the ground towers, but bam, the signal gets shut down and moved to one of the bigger ships. So
I think it was the lead cruiser where... General Pride.
That's right, yeah. General Pride's ship is now where the comm link is. So they have to attack that ship, and so they totally get rid of the ground unit. Which now makes sense to me a bit more, because it took me a little bit here to realize why they were using horses. Like, they land all these horses, like that's the ground attack, but they land them on a ship, which I thought was kind of nuts. Like, none of these horses would be, like, weirded out by, like, riding on the wing of a ship.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I thought that was kind of weird. But while that's all going on, Rey goes to the throne room, and a big like Colosseum-styled audience begins to like chant and all this shit. And Palp shows up. He's all connected.
What are they? The Sith followers or something?
Yeah, Sith followers,
Sith
chant.
disciples, something like that.
Palpatine comes down. Let's get a phone camera real quick on this guy.
On Palp?
On Palpy boy. Oh, we have it here, folks. Hold on. Yeah, as he's doing that, he's all like, "Ray, good to see you, granddaughter. How you been? I've been baking you cookies and all this stuff." But no, in realness, he's all like, "Empress Palpatine, you must kill me." And so all of the Sith.
Why is it always to kill him?
And why? Well, why is it? You have to be all of something. Like, yes, all of the Jedi live in Rey. All of the Sith live in Palpatine. It's like. It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, it's just so stupid. So it's like, you will strike me down and blah blah blah. So like, while all that's going, Finn finally gets to blow up the signal on the destroyers. They get a win finally, I guess you could say. But Palp knows that they're getting obliterated up there too. Like, they're losing mad ships at the same time. Like. So.
Yeah, they're running out of hope at this point.
The best was Palp does the classic show the protagonist the doom.
Oh yeah, every
moment.
Movie he does this classic.
Hey Luke, look out this window. Hey Ray, look up there.
She showed Leia in A New Hope too.
That's right. Yeah, he's always showing off shit like that, man.
Yeah,
that's so true. So I don't know, it's just ridiculous. But while all that's going on, Ben finally arrives on Exegol. He's doing the whole like running through the building and. Running all that stuff. And he runs into his old boys, the Knights of Ren. They're hanging out.
Yeah.
And the Knights of Ren, bada boom, there they are. The old Knights of Ren, they're hanging out. They're pissed at Kylo. They're like, yo, what's going on, bro? Like, you see us here? We're all upset with you, man. We don't want to deal with this bullshit anymore. So, they start trying to attack Kylo, but he knows he's fucked. You know, I mean, he doesn't even have a lightsaber. He threw his lightsaber, you know what I mean? So, but as that's going on, Rey is also confronting Palpatine. She has 2 lightsabers, and
they use the Force Dyad again to transfer the saber.
Rey's all like pretending to go and kill Palpatine, but all of a sudden she goes like this, and she's like, "Oh, look at this magic trick."
For a second, I actually thought she might kill Palp.
Right, which would have been cool.
Which would have been cool if she actually became like the Sith.
Would have been way better, man.
But,
nope, not happening.
Can't have it.
We can't have what we want ever.
The good guy always has to come out on top at the end.
Anyways, with the Force Dyad, what that did was that gave Kylo the lightsaber so he could go about killing all his Knights of Ren, which was a little ridiculous. Must have been some pretty shitty Jedi at one point. But, so as he's going to town on them, Rey's killing all the royal guards surrounding Palpatine. And, he's all like, "You're weak, blah, blah, blah," like all this shit, son, you know. But Ben ends up in there, and it's Rey and Kylo versus Palp. And it goes
ends pretty quickly.
It really ends so fucking poorly, dude.
And, he just force grips them and pulls them towards him, and then just starts sucking all the force out.
The power of 2 restores 1. And, he sucks all the energy and becomes fucking normal. Still bad, shitty looking.
The Kehd fingers become whole again.
Yeah, he's like actually like a person.
Restoring life into him.
Yeah, so as it's looking pretty grim though, there is one nice thing. The rebels, Lando fucking made some moves though. Lando and Chewie, we were doing some recruiting. And man, did they get a ton of fucking ships to show up.
I don't really understand how they pulled it off.
They got like quickly. Half the.
They literally got every single ship.
There's even ships we know. If you've watched Star Wars Rebels, the Ghost is there. If you've watched Star Wars, the Colossus, what's that from Star Wars Resistance? If you've watched Resistance, the ship from that is in there. There's a bunch of ships that we know from this time period hanging out in this spaceship, which I thought was kind of cool. And even our friend Zori Bliss is there. So, and the funny part is that the admirals for the Empire, they're all like, "Who are these people?" And they're just people. They are. They're just fucking people. But Palp knows that he's all like, back and stuff. So it doesn't even matter how many ships they have. He chucks Ben, He chucks Ben off a cliff. He's like, "As I've fallen, so shall you," and throws him off a cliff.
He chucks both of them, and Ben
Rey's already passed out. Rey's like literally unconscious at this point. she's like just coming to, which is like I thought a very interesting point. So, yeah, Rey comes to as an well, actually not before Pal he sends that blast of lightning in the sky, and this time is a ridiculous part. Not a ridiculous part. He literally just holds his hands up like this. Electricity shoots out and gets every rebel.
If it was
ship
that
in the
easy,
sky.
why didn't you do this before?
Apparently, he needed the force, so you need the power of 2 to do that, to blast every ship in the sky. But it's just like they're all over this place with this plotline, people. It's just crazy. But anyways, back to where I was. Rey comes to finally, and she starts chanting, "Be with me, be with me, be with me," like she was doing during training in the beginning of the movie. And then we hear all the voices of a bunch of Jedi. I like that part. I thought that was kind of cool. We
Yeah,
get to
pretty
hear,
much every Jedi throughout the whole
yeah, we hear
saga.
from Kanan, Mace Windu, like all sorts of different Jedi. Yoda, Obi-Wan, Anakin, all sorts of crazy Jedi just telling her, like, hey, we're with you here. Like, you got $10. I want it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, so it's just a bunch of Jedi we've come to know and love. She stands, though, and then Pal tries to blast her with lightning. She blocks it with a lightsaber. And this is good because it distracts him from murdering all these fucking ships. So they finally get like the chance to continue fighting. And we get this moment where she's taking a lightning blast pretty good, but you can tell like he's like winning. And he's like, "Silly girl, you cannot defeat me. I am all the Sith." And she's all like, "Oh yeah? Fuck." Grabs the second saber, crosses him, and she's all like, "I'm all the Jedi." And bam, she just sends the lightning right back at Palp.
Palp instantly starts, yeah.
And the funny thing is, it doesn't just kill Palp, it kills everyone in the audience, too. So, like, fucking like 1,000 Palp followers also. No, not 1,000, probably like several thousand Palp followers all fucking get murked out.
Somehow, Rey survives this whole blast, though.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. It was that she survived like a nuclear blast, you could say. But yeah, as that's happening up in the sky, Finn is still up on Pyre's ship, and he ends up taking one of the cannons and pulling the classic blast your own ship move that we've seen from.
All right.
What is that? Return of the Jedi.
I think so.
Yeah, when Leia blasts the barge. So yeah, he blasts his own ship. As that goes up, we see Pyre fucking die, so he's sucked anyways.
Yeah, he had it coming.
Yeah, and all the ships are just laying waste to the destroyers at this point. It's ugly, man. But
yeah,
the problem is though, Finn and Janna are still stuck on the down ship that's going down. It is going down fast. There's only one ship in the world in the galaxy that was going to be able to fast enough to get that, and that's good old Lando and Chewie and the Falcon coming down, saving the day, saving Lando and Janna. Really cool stuff. But yeah, cut back into the pit. Turns out Rey did die, but not obliterated. Just from too much energy use. She's on the ground, man. Finn's sensing it. I think probably Ben's down in the pit sensing it if he's still around. But yeah, no. So yeah, she's dead down the floor there. Kind of sad. But good old Ben, though. He is around. And yeah, he climbs back out of the pit.
And gets his redemption finally.
Brings her back to life with a life transfer. Because now he knows how to do it. Like, what the hell? Where are they teaching these life transfer? Is there a life transfer school somewhere that I don't know about? Like, what's going on here? But yeah, they brings her back to life. They kind of look at each other. And then a wicked awkward kiss. Like, super awkward kiss. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody even wanted that to really happen. But yeah,
and it's like it sucks too because as soon as they finally create a moment, boom, just dies.
Ben dies and disappears. Why didn't Rey disappear when she was dead? What was up with that? Like, is she like evil? I think she might be evil. I really do. I think she is secretly evil because she didn't die. She didn't disappear when she died. But Ben had his redemption. That's why he disappeared. So like that's why I'm confused.
Oh, we'll never know since the saga's over. So.
That's true. Good point.
Guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but at this point, so Kylo's body obviously disappears, and so does Leia's, which was kind of a nice moment. Maz gets to watch her disappear, and Rey escapes again while the galaxy's in uprising. We get to see a bunch of planets celebrating, including Endor as well with the Ewoks.
Yeah, that was a cool moment.
Again. Really cool stuff. So that was great. The rebels celebrate. They get back to base. We get over everybody's partying. We get to see everybody just hanging out.
Yeah.
And then a weird moment.
Lando macking
on Janna. She's like, "Hey, where are you?"
Well, to be fair, she does approach him first.
Okay. But still, you're gonna tell me that
he comes in with that creepy smile.
Where are you from? And she's all like, "I don't know." He's like, "Well, let's find out." I'm sorry. That is weird, man. That's weird. But we get to see Claude again too. That weird alien from the beginning.
And he's just giving out
Good old
hugs.
Claude, man. So good. So, oh, man. Oh, yeah. So we get to see Claude. Chewie finally gets his medal from Maz. Because, I don't know if you guys remember, yeah.
They didn't give him a medal for some
New Hope,
reason.
They didn't give him a, yeah, why the fuck didn't give him a medal? He deserved the medal more than anybody. So he finally gets his medal. It's from Maz. That was really nice. Poe tries to get with Zori, but he strikes out real hard and instead is entwined in a weird, awkward three-way hug with Finn and Rey that no one really looked like they enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then it ends on a crazy part. So out in Tatooine's desert, where we were in A New Hope, where we've been many a time in the Star Wars universe. Rey's out there at the original hut. She gets to go through Luke Skywalker. It's kind of a cool part. She's going through like Luke's old house and stuff, and he goes in and checks it all out, does that thing. So, and as she does it, she buries Luke and Leia's lightsabers in the sand and reveals her new lightsaber. Pretty interesting. Gold.
Yeah,
huh?
which was sick.
Golden lightsaber, kind of wild. Even it was made out of the hilt that she's been using too. That was kind of wild too. So, really cool part. As she extends her gold lightsaber, she says, she runs into this old lady. This old lady's like,
who are
you? And she's all like, I'm Rey. And she's like, Rey who? Rey.
Kind of an awkward pause.
Looks over at Ghost Luke and Leia. Skywalker? Bam! Ending a movie, and I'm all like, what? Craziness, man.
Yeah, it was
kind of crazy.
It makes sense, though.
I don't know, dude. It was just a bit. That movie was just.
It's like almost like Luke and Leia adopted her at some point.
If you're in the chat, hit us up. Let us know what you thought of the movie. We thought it was a bit much, but
it was better than the prior two, I will say.
All right,
and it tied some stuff together, but definitely could have gone in different directions and made it a little bit more entertaining.
Left more to be desired, for sure. So, anyways, let us know what you thought about it. There's a novelization out that I have up on my bookshelf. I should have brought down. Wasn't thinking about that, but yeah, it's a good time. We can show off a few more figures.
I just got actually two last figures.
We got two more figures to show you from the newest sequel movies. Probably be one of the last times we'll be talking about this for folks.
Well, so here we just got the Sith Trooper.
Wild stuff. If you guys think we're done, we're not. We're taking a quick 5-minute intermission. We're gonna be back with more Star Wars. We got the Bad Batch to talk about, people. We got the new show Bad Batch. Like, I am so freaking excited for this. Like, I could not be more excited. We're gonna be talking about this probably for at least another 45 an hour. So head back here. We'll be back soon.
Take some more tokes. Definitely gonna need a few more
tokes and do our thing. You guys should do the same, and we'll be back keeping it planted live. Hey everybody, we are back and live, Play of the Planet studio style. If you've been hanging out with us, we were just talking about Rise of Skywalker. We're going to wish you all a beautiful and lovely May the 4th. May the 4th be with you all, and may the Force be with you as well. And you know I heard today as well, this is the May is the one that's going around. I don't know if you heard
This is the May.
This is the May.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that.
You like that one, Grog? All right.
Not having it either.
Nope, not having it. But yeah,
Let's start off with our second round rip. Yeah?
Second round rips.
Get us going, a little energy.
It was like 4:20 somewhere in like the middle of the Pacific Ocean, like a little bit ago.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go off of that.
It's 4:20 all the time. So.
Hey.
Cheers.
Lovely.
Tasty herb.
Yeah, man, that's some good stuff right there. Mm-hmm. Well, happy May 4th, and we are back live. And we're done talking about Rise of Skywalker. If you want to go back and watch that. But we're moving on. New Star Wars, people. I'm so excited right now. So fucking excited. The newest Star Wars show that came out today, The Bad Batch. And, wow, man.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the episode yet, maybe you might want to tune out right now, but please don't at the same time. So.
Right? If you're looking for a spoiler-free review,
yeah,
this isn't it.
I mean, the show's literally been out for a little over 12 hours, so.
Yep. Well, I like to think that most people came home from work and watched it at this point.
If you're really into Star Wars, that's what you did today. So.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
We hope you're watching at home. So we're gonna kick into that. We got more to talk about, and yeah, we'll be kicking into the Bad Batch episode Aftermath is the first one called, and man, what a great beginning, huh?
Oh yeah.
Going from the Clone Wars logo, like it started off Clone Wars, and I was like, what the hell's going on right now?
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, did I click on the wrong thing for
I
a
thought
second?
so too. I was like, what's going on? But then boom, burns into the Bad Batch logo.
So dope.
Oh, and then the best part was I was like, wow, that's really cool. How they gonna top that? The narrator from Clone
Same
Wars
exact
is back.
like background setup and everything.
It was
And
beautiful, man. I got the recap of everything, and the coolest part was they got the narrator to do the recap of Revenge of the Sith, and this is what people have been dying to see for a while now. I don't know if you guys knew this, but like a big thing that people have been complaining about in forums and whatnot has been like, oh, I've been dying to see the Revenge of the Sith movie, but in the animation of the Clone Wars. And they did little recaps in that with the narration voice, and it was so good. But they didn't stop there. They had to narrate into Caller too, and that was so we're on the planet Caller, is Kaller.
Yep.
And we're joined by none other than Caleb Doom, who many may know at this point as Kanan. So can we get the phone going for this?
sure. Yeah,
Let's do it.
real quick.
Right now, and yeah, they need some assistance. Let's say that the droids are bunkering down on them. It's not looking good. They're even like, yeah, we're gonna die. But out of nowhere, Caleb comes running. He's like, yeah, hey, I got reinforcements. And I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, the trees move in the distance, and I was like, oh shit, like what the hell's going on there? Like why are the trees moving? Like, what's going on? Like something's happening.
Then out of nowhere, boom! There comes Wrecker just blasting out
Bam,
of
dude!
the...
Big fucking snowball fucking comes in, takes out a bunch of troops, and Wrecker just fucking slams in, and they just show up and kill every freaking droid. They kill everything. They do this cool thing too, where Crosshair. He's up in the like the hills there, and he shoots the wire grenades, I guess they are, which attaches all the tanks together, and Wrecker comes in and pushes the first tank off the cliff, dragging all the other tanks off. I thought that was genius. Good Star Wars. Great Star Wars right there, you know what I mean? Like this is when Star Wars is at its best, people.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Bad Batch really handling everything in their way. Fucking so dope.
I thought that was awesome, man. So yeah, as that happens, Caleb's all like hiding in the foxhole. They come over, and you know what you get there? If anyone's seen the latest episode of Clone Wars, what they kind of did was another episode where someone's like stuck in a foxhole, and like the protagonists of the show will come in and like save them. Anakin did the same thing for Obi-Wan in the first episode of the latest episode of Clone Wars, and I thought that was like a really good choice. Good moves on their part. Good moves. So yeah, I like that a lot. Let's see. So yeah, as that happens, Caleb's all like, "Hey, can I hang out with these badass dudes?" And Blob is like, "Well, should we let them do their thing?" And yeah, he's like,
Sure.
Only if I can go." And yeah, so Caleb gets to go and run off with the Bad Batch. But the problem is, we aren't in normal times here, folks. The end of the war's coming. Tech even says it for a sec. Let's do a quick intro of the Bad Batch here for people at home. So the Bad Batch is an elite squad of deformed clones. We met them before in the latest Clone Wars episode, which I thought was really, really good. Like, man, they did a great job with that. But yeah, when we finally get to meet them all, there's Hunter, there's Wrecker, the big dude. Hunter has senses that he can like hunt throughout a plane. He can sense like waves in the planet or something like that. I think it is.
Yeah, he just has enhanced senses.
Yeah, enhanced senses. And then there's Wrecker. Wrecker's the bad. He's a big brute.
Yeah,
dude.
he's the stronger.
And then you have Tech. Tech's obviously
that's self-explanatory, right there.
I'm not even gonna bother with that. But Crosshair's also pretty self-explanatory. He's a freaking sniper.
And so is Wrecker too. When you think about it, they're all
That's true. They're all pretty self-explanatory, except Echo. We should explain Echo a bit to people who don't know.
Yeah, Echo used to be a reg, is what they call
he was a reg.
the regular clone troopers.
He made it up to ARC Trooper, though. I'll give it that. And then he was captured by the Tech Union, and the reason why he's such a big deal is that they did a bunch of experiments on him. He's mostly more machine than man, they say. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess his chip got damaged. And
Yeah. All sorts of stuff happens. We're going to be find out about soon here. So, yeah, no, it gets kind of crazy. Caleb runs off with the Bad Batch, and Balaba stays behind with the clone guards, plotting the next attack. But then one of the clones, Captain Gray himself, he gets a message on his comms. Execute Order 66. And
the
boom.
Message we've heard so many times.
Dude. What made it so oh man, it was just so crazy. Yeah, because Captain Gray starts firing on Balaba, and she's able to take him out. But yeah, all the other clones just swarming on her, shooting.
Yeah, Caleb tries to come back and save her, but it's too late. It's way too many of them.
I feel so bad, and she
that's a sad moment for a young little Padawan.
Get cut down, dude. It's just so brutal, man. Such a hard thing to watch. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and he immediately runs away, and you got Hunter and Crosshair, I believe, chasing after him.
Yeah, well, what he does, he runs back towards the Bad Batch, and he sees the Bad Batch, whips out his lightsaber. He's like, "Get away from me! Get away from me!" and runs into the forest line. And Wrecker and Tech choose to stay and get statements from Commander Gray and see what's going on, all this shit. And Hunter and Crosshair go after Caleb. So, and we get this weird moment where you get a moment that Crosshair's not
he's not 100% with the crew anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
His loyalty is shifting.
It seems like something's off. That's for sure. So it seems like Crosshair is feeling the effects of Order 66 because as they find Caleb, he starts to take a shot on him, and Hunter's all like, "Calm down, kid, calm down," trying to be nice, like,
I'm not going anywhere near you guys.
You have one guy trying to help, one guy trying to kill. So yeah, it gets kind of crazy. They go and find him again. Hunter takes another shot at him, and Caleb falls out of the tree. Tries to go at him, ends up kicking Crosshair into a tree. And Hunter's all like, "Hey, dude, I'm cool." Puts the gun down, tries to talk to him. Caleb ain't having it, runs off. They end up at a ravine. Hunter tries to talk to him again. He's all like, "Dude, I don't know what's happening. Like, please, listen to me here. This is like."
Yeah, at that point it's too late. The whole other battalion's on the way.
Yeah, Caleb hears that in the distance, doesn't trust him, hops the ravine.
It was pretty sick though for a young little Jedi, though. It's a big leap. I wasn't expecting that to happen, honestly. I thought maybe he would jump into the water or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too.
But yeah.
It was kind of good of Hunter to lie to Crosshair and tell him that he stunned him so he fell into the ravine.
Good dude, that Hunter.
Yeah, man. Hunter's a good dude, so. Very cool. That was just a really cool, opening. But the one thing we have to explain right now is, so this comic I brought up a sec ago is now retconned. Because in the beginning of this comic that was supposedly canon by Marvel, and written by Weissman. Weissman, who also did work on Rebels, kind of got shafted here because, yeah, they retconned his beginning. In the beginning, Balaba and Caleb are attacked by the Coruscant Guard, so a little interesting. There's been a lot of chatter in the forums about that today, I've noticed. So very interesting stuff. Very interesting. They retconned that, but yeah, the Bad Batch, they all kind of come back together and like, yeah, we gotta head home. We gotta head back to Camino. So. They head back to Camino, and after a long time out in the field, they'd been out there for like, God, it must have been like, oh man, probably like a year and a half, I'd say, when I did the estimate. So yeah, they were out in the field for a weird year and a half, and they get back and nothing is like they remember. Everything's just, everybody's not feeling it. They're weirded out by the Coruscant Guard being there too, because they're supposed to be on Coruscant, protecting the capital. Why are they on?
Well, they were the only 5 basically not included on the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say, yeah.
It's so interesting, and yeah, they start openly questioning like what's going on, like why, what's going on. And one of the Coruscant guards is like, "Hey, the end of the war, like the war's over. Like we've done this." But you can tell, because like when we watch Clone Wars, those clones, they were brothers. You know what I mean? They loved each other. They were like, they were family. But you can tell that brotherhood of clones is gone. Everyone's just resentful, mean. That Order 66 just made those chips go off and made them into an entirely different person. Spiteful, resentful. So they make it back to their barracks, and they reveal it's been 11 missions since the last time they were at Camino, which is just like, oh my God. Imagine going through 11 missions and getting back. And then the first thing Crosshair does starts with Hunter.
Yes, and it's not really 11 since he didn't actually kill Caleb. But
oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Kaller, yeah, he starts with him. He's like, yeah, we failed one objective. And he's like, well, I don't think killing our commanders is the right thing. And, they go back and forth.
And then we hear the classic line, like, good soldiers follow orders.
Yes, good soldiers follow orders. We'll hear that many a time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, and then finally, this is the part that kills me. Tech finally explains to them like what's going on. He knew about the programming and how they're immune to the chip. Echo isn't because of his torture on Skekko Minor in the Clone Wars episodes. I forget. Wow, man. I wish I could remember what season. I'm sorry, people. I don't at the moment. But if you want to chime in, we'll figure out together. Anyways, yeah. So they're all hanging out in the barracks together. Then they're summoned to the Galactic Assembly, which shows them just how badly they're like, their brother. They're at the assembly. It's just bad, It's not a good time. They're the only ones that. It's like they're the only ones that
it's a good time for everybody else except for them.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's partying.
All the other regular clone troopers are partying and.
What is going on? Yeah, exactly. They're just confused at this point. So and then Palpatine in his speech is all the first Galactic Empire. And
yeah, pretty much. So remember that from Revenge of the Sith. Too.
Yeah, exactly. So we get to see the speech.
It was cool to see that in a different perspective.
Yeah, getting the clones to take it in. I like that a lot, but. Yeah, so after that, they have to head back to the barracks. And this is a weird little walk through the hallway. So we get 2 big moments in the hallway. We get a moment where Crosshair mentions how the Republic and the Empire are pretty much the same thing. But Tech takes resentment to that because, the Republic wasn't killing Jedi. So, yeah, that was kind of interesting. But all that happens, and then all of a sudden Hunter's like, we're not alone, and turns around, and we find this small child with a weird little medallion on her head or something. Omega is her name. And this little girl, I'll be honest, when I first saw her in the things, I was like, oh no, a child, fuck, it's gonna be awful dialogue, you're gonna get a terrible voice actor. I was blown away. They actually did a pretty good job with Omega, I gotta say. I was impressed by that. So yeah, Omega's all like, hey, this is who I am, I'm curious about you guys, I'm a medical assistant. Turns out she's a medical assistant for one of the Kaminoans. So I thought that was very interesting. It was very
it seems like they're trying to hide her true skills from her. She definitely seems to have something going on there.
Yeah. So they're heading back to the barracks. Meanwhile, what's happening here is Tarkin's arriving at Camino right now to meet Nala Se, the Kaminoan Prime Minister. And he wants to test. He wants to know what's going on. He wants to see what's up with clones versus humans. I think we can just have humans. We don't need clones anymore. There's no reason to do this anymore.
That was also an epic moment, seeing Tarkin walk off that ship.
It was,
yeah,
man.
I kind of sensed it was him that was coming.
Let's go to the phone real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. They explain like how he was like hunting on the plateau where he lived and all this stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Let's get the phone one more time too. Actually, might as well get this out of the way as well. We'll tell you what the Coruscant Guard looks like right now too. I'm gonna go back to the phone.
The dude's kind of a douche. He kind of ripped us off.
We won't talk. Yeah, we won't talk about.
We won't talk about this guy.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, Sloth. One more time to the phone.
No. Let's wait on this one. Not flopping back and forth 3 consecutive times. Yeah, we're not flopping.
Okay. Anyways, Tech explains the program and how they're all mutants. Something like that. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, duh. So yeah, Tarkin wants to know what's going on with the clones versus humans. Zooba-dooba-doo. Omega sits with the Bad Batch at the mess hall coming up here, and we get a nice little moment where Omega's all like, "I like you guys, you know, you're kind of like me. You guys shouldn't be here," and all this stuff. And this prompts a clone who's walking by to call them the Sad Batch, which Omega takes. Omega doesn't like that. She starts up with him.
Yeah, she throws a thing of soup at him and tells him to apologize to her friends. And, you know, it was about to defuse. But, you know, of course, Wrecker ain't going to let it go. He just then chucks a meal tray at them as soon as they turn around.
And then it starts
instant chaos.
Instant brawl kicks up. And then during the brawl, Echo's obviously in it, too. But poor Echo, man. He gets knocked out, but
he gets clubbed.
But right before he gets clubbed with a serving tray, he looks up and he sees Tarkin, and he knows Tarkin because Tarkin was actually on the mission where Echo was taken by the Tech Union, which is like so sad, you know. Like, it's probably one of the last people he saw was fucking Tarkin. So kind of sad there, poor dude. But Echo comes to in the medical bay, freaks out a bit because he doesn't like being worked on, and I don't blame him at all for that. But he's calmed by Omega and her droid AZI, bunch of numbers. Like, this thing has a bunch of fucking numbers in its name. I'm not even gonna begin to say it. But the medical droid also tells the Bad Batch when they enter that they are in fact defective clones,
which is like, they already knew that.
Whoa, big whoop. So, anyways, yeah, they're summoned before the Prime Minister of Kamino, because they're making the rounds and doing the troubles. But on their way to the Prime Minister's office, they're actually told by one of the Coruscant guards that they need to be summoned to the training facility. And Wrecker loves that.
Oh yeah, anytime he can blow up crap, he's gonna get the chance to do. This Empire might not
be too bad if I get to keep fighting. Boy,
oh God, I cringed when he said that.
Boy, is he wrong. So Tarkin begins the simulation. It's standard. They get attacked by
they're just using training bots at first, and it's no big deal.
But then Tarkin gets bored and wants to switch to live rounds to really test these fucking guys. And we get to see something. Chime into the chat here, folks. We want to get your opinions on this if we can. The live rounds that get fired during the training facility part, are they fired by prototype Dark Troopers? Because those look like Dark Trooper armor to us. Not the color, but the way they ate bullets and all that stuff. I think...
Yeah, just the way they operated and the way, they were strong and... They had
too strong, that's too strong.
They were very similar to what we saw from the Mandalorian, so I figured it could be some similarities, or maybe it could have been an early development.
Yeah, so. It's very true. It's a good point. I mean, so what they end up doing there, because the droids are too strong, they end up doing a move they did in Felucia apparently before, where they crisscross paths and Wrecker jumps on top of one and actually downs one, which doesn't make any sense because before that he tried to move one and couldn't. How come all of a sudden he can? I don't get why that happened. I don't really explain that. But anyways, I don't think it was that much of a glaring problem. Hold on, we're getting the phone one more time. I'm getting this shown because I like this. Bada boom. which is kind of cool. He ends up taking one down to the ground, ripping open the back of it so that Tech can reprogram it. And Tech ends up riding the thing.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool moment.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Tech's a G.
Yep, Tech does all that. And then to end it was really cool, too.
Hunter throws up a knife in the air and...
No, Wrecker throws up his big knife instead. I remember that because, Wrecker...
No, it was Hunter's knife.
Was it Hunter's knife?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, shit, okay. Yeah, Hunter throws up the knife, shoots it, blasts it right into the head of the thing. So freaking cool, man. Really, just in top-level animation. Just really, really good stuff, man. Like I say, good Star Wars.
And from that point, Tarkin is very impressed, and... He wants nothing to do with the regular clones anymore. He just wants to focus on these 5 Bad Batch.
But he also knows about what happened on their first mission, though, too. And stupid Crosshair. Fucking Crosshair put on their mission record that Hunter may have let the Padawan go. So he wants to test their loyalty. So this is pretty interesting here, folks. I wonder where they were going to go with this. And they actually get sent to Onderon to wipe out some insurgents. Which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, they were expecting separatists, like the last remaining droids or something that were left, and they stumble upon human beings. And
right. Omega wanted to come on the mission too, and Hunter was all like, "No, that's not happening. You're a kid."
And when they get there, it's a familiar face from the Clone Wars saga.
Saw Gerrera.
Yeah, Saw Gerrera.
And the thing is, you know what was messed up? We totally forgot to mention, too, right before they got there, was that Crosshair was about to kill a kid. Or an old lady.
Oh, my God.
Say the order. I'm like, dude, Crosshair, no. Get out of here. Why do you keep That was the part that bothered me. Dude, they should have gotten rid of Crosshair, like, the first time. Like, when he started showing... He was displaying qualities of Order 66. Get rid of him.
They're all too loyal, besides Crosshair. Crosshair's loyal to the Empire, so...
Yeah, exactly. So it shows him, he's all like, hey, like, here's what's really going on, guys. Like, you guys are actually the problem, not us. Like, we haven't done anything wrong. So, kind of interesting part. I thought that was, like, pretty good to see Saw and all that stuff. But you can tell that, Tarkin was watching, too, because, like, it was a test. He told them this was going to be a test. So, as they're kind of arguing, I don't know, if they should have killed the rebels or not like that, Hunter notices a probe droid and launches a shot right into that thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. But you can tell that the probe droid was spying and reporting to Tarkin. So
yeah, he was going to know what was going on. No way around it.
And then as they're getting back to the ship, Tech confirms that Omega is part of the Bad Batch. And, like, Tech, stop assuming people knowing things. Like, Tech assumed that they all knew that Omega was the 5th member. Because... If you remember right during the episode, the Kaminoan say that there's 5 deformed soldiers, and there's 5 in the Bad Batch, but Echo isn't one of them. He's just
he was a reg at first.
Yeah, he was a reg, exactly. So the 5th person is Omega, which is like,
holy shit! This little girl is all of a sudden
like, what is
part of the
going
Bad
on
Batch
here?
crew.
Crazy shit. So
also, they just revealed that one's gonna be coming out too for the Black Series.
Oh yeah.
The Omega.
The pipeline drop was today.
Not out yet for pre-order, but that's another exciting one coming.
We'll be soon. Get on that, folks, for sure. That's gonna be a big one. So yeah, I'm really excited for all these new figures coming out. All these.
Yeah, so then they're going off to rescue Omega because they can't be without their last crew member.
Yeah, no, they gotta make a move. And while that's going on, Omega's back on Camino, and she's trying to go through some of the Bad Batch's like stuff, just seeing who they are and what they're all about, sneaking around in their office and all this stuff. And poor AZI. So she's found by the Coruscant guard, and she's all like, "Oh, I got lost, blah blah blah, just trying to be like a kid and stuff." And like that Coruscant guard's not having Coruscant guard grabs her by the arm, tries to take her in. AZI tries to stop the guard. Guard kills AZI. That was so sad. I liked AZI. That was a cool guy.
Yeah, I got murked.
Cool droid. Got straight up murked. So Omega's taken to the.
Well, it was just shocked. Maybe he was just disabled temporarily.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not good for droids to be shocked.
I don't know. R2's been shocked many times.
Yeah, but R2's like the god droid.
True.
But yeah, so that was really sad. So Omega gets caught. She gets put in the detention holding cells.
And along with the rest of the Bad Batch,
exactly,
too. They end up getting thrown right in there, too.
Yep,
Cause
they show up back there, and Tarkin puts them immediately in jail.
For treason.
Mm-hmm. Crazy stuff. Tarkin ends up talking with Nala C, intrigued by Crosshair's loyalty to the Empire, they take Crosshair out of the space, which is very interesting.
This was, I believe, where we actually learned about well, at least Tarkin learned about the 5 members of the...
Oh, okay, all right, that's a part.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that for jumping the gun or crossing the hairs there.
Because this is then when he goes to intensify Crosshair's chip.
Yeah, and now Crosshair is like extremely evil, not just like a little bit evil, which.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
But meanwhile, as they're working on Crosshair, they're trying to figure out a way out of the jail cell, and Tech figures out that these cells are pretty old.
Yeah, they were built before the Clone Wars era began, so they weren't prepared for this stuff to happen. They were just cloners. You know what I mean? They were just going about their business, and
they're not wall builders.
Yeah.
But anyways,
and so Rucker just eventually finds a sweet spot.
Punches out while they make a human wall in front of the little holding cell like force field there, and they slip Omega into there.
Yeah.
She falls into the detention area like on top of the Coruscant guards, hits the switch. They get out, beat the shit out of those guards, and they start making their way out.
And they sort of beat up on the shock troopers real quick, and
that was a good time.
As they're escaping, they run into Crosshair again. And he's not gonna let them go with a little bit of a scuff. So.
Yep, some crazy stuff. We get Wrecker gets shot again.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, poor guy.
Wrecker stays getting shot, man. But Crosshair gets the shot off as they're trying to. They end up escaping because thankfully Omega knows how to shoot a gun. All of a sudden, shoots the gun right out Crosshair's
Yeah, they got
hand.
a little aid too from. What are the Prime Minister?
That's right. Yeah, no.
She held the door open for him.
Yeah, the Prime Minister.
I don't know if that was the Prime Minister.
That was
that was
second
the
in
medic.
command.
That was the medic assistant.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Omega's
friend.
Probably
because she wanted to see Omega get out of there. That's the way I think of it too. So, that was really cool. Got a little helping hand there, and then the episode ends with Omega seeing space for the first time, which is like as a kid that's got.
Yeah, she never left anywhere.
No, exactly. She
never left the cloning facility.
So cool, man.
So that was a good moment, and the crew's on the way to J-19, I believe.
Yep, they're heading there. We got, and the coolest part is too, we don't have to wait a week. We only have 4 more days until the next Clone Wars episode. So that means next Tuesday, folks. We're talking about
3 days. Friday is the next.
3 days. You're right. Holy shit.
Even better.
Exactly. No, that's freaking awesome. So we'll be watching the Bad Batch on Friday. We'll be coming back. Well, actually. I'll be honest with you now. We won't be coming back. Mr. Slothsky over here, the Sloth the Buckethead, he'll be coming back next week.
Might try to do a solo next week.
Solo.
Get that one off the books.
Yep, I'll be in Florida seeing the family.
And recap the next episode quickly.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. We might even have a guest hosting on.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Who decides to join the party? So.
Hell yeah! So if you're still watching. We love you guys so much. This has been such a fun May 4th. I hope you guys
this was an extra long session. So.
Oh, yeah. No, we never get to go this long. So this was awesome. We'll be back. There's so much new Star Wars coming out. We're back to Solo, Rogue One, the TV shows, so much coming. And if you've been watching any of our Play of the Plant shows, Thursday night we have the Thursday Night Jam. So tune in for that. Sunday we have the radio with DJ Josh. And Slothy will be back here on Tuesday next week. So... may the Force be with you. Look out for our video game streams, Game to the Plants. And I think I'm done plugging stuff for now. Anything else you want to say? Hit us up in the chat. Love you all. May the Force be with you. And happy Force.